A city built from scratch in the American desert, costing an eye-watering $400 billion and designed to host 5 billion people without burning a drop of fossil fuel. Billionaire Marc Lore is pushing to build Telosa, a groundbreaking metropolis spanning over 60,700 acres, powered entirely by solar energy and equipped with driverless electric cars, vertical farms, and an advanced water recycling system capable of reducing water use by 80%. At its heart, Equitism Tower, a skyscraper that grows food aeroponically and generates its own electricity from the desert sun. But can engineers really create a thriving, sustainable megacity from nothing? And is Telosa truly the future, or just an impossible billionaire's dream? America has a serious problem with its cities, especially when it comes to housing, pollution, and transportation. Right now, over 73% of Americans live in urban areas, and that number keeps climbing. But here's the catch. Cities are struggling to keep up with this rapid growth. In places like New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, skyrocketing housing costs are squeezing out middle-income families, with median home prices hitting over $1 million in San Francisco alone. The result? More people are stuck commuting from distant suburbs, spending an average of 54 hours a year sitting in traffic jams. That's almost 2 full days wasted every single year. And it's not just housing or traffic. Pollution is getting worse too. American cities produce 1.2 billion metric tons of CO2 each year, making urban areas a huge contributor to climate change. Water scarcity is another massive challenge. Take cities in the Southwest, like Phoenix or Las Vegas. They're already facing severe drought conditions, with reservoirs like Lake Mead at historically low levels. Clearly, America needs new, smarter ways to build cities. Cities that are affordable, sustainable, and equipped to handle millions of residents without ruining the environment. So, what's the solution? Enter Telosa, a visionary project aiming to completely change how Americans live, work, and travel. Telosa is a $400 billion dream city proposed by billionaire Marc Lore in 2021, designed to tackle America's urban problems head-on. Lore, who previously ran Walmart's e-commerce operations, imagines a futuristic city built entirely from scratch, designed around sustainability, innovation, and fairness. Telosa gets its name from the Greek word telos, meaning purpose. Lore's goal is to create a city with purpose, one where 5 million residents can enjoy clean air, affordable homes, and efficient transport, all powered entirely by renewable energy. The project officially kicked off in September 2021, with Lore partnering with renowned Danish architecture firm Bjarke Ingels Group, BIG. Their initial plans envision building Telosa in the American desert or Appalachia on cheap land. Right now, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, Texas, and parts of Appalachia are on the shortlist. The plan rolls out in phases. Phase 1 aims for 50,000 residents, moving in by 2030, expanding to 1 million by 2050, and eventually hitting 5 million by 2070. But it's not just about numbers. Telosa aims to set a completely new standard for urban living, reshaping America's future in the process. Building a city for 5 million people in the middle of the desert might seem impossible at first, but Telosa's engineering team has detailed, innovative solutions to make it happen. First off, Telosa is planned to stretch across roughly 60,700 acres. That's about the size of Chicago. At its center stands the city's most iconic structure, Equitism Tower, a futuristic skyscraper designed not only to impress, but also to perform essential functions for the city's sustainability. Equitism Tower will be a multifunctional building serving critical needs. For starters, it houses massive vertical aeroponic farms. This advanced farming technique grows crops without soil, using nutrient-rich mist. It uses 95% less water than traditional farming, crucial in a desert environment. These farms will provide fresh vegetables and fruits right within the city, cutting down on food transport emissions and ensuring residents have local, healthy produce. On top of this skyscraper is a huge network of photovoltaic solar panels covering its roof. These panels convert sunlight directly into electricity, generating enough clean, renewable power to significantly reduce the city's dependence on external energy sources. Given the desert location, where sunshine is abundant, this solar system could produce most of the city's energy needs sustainably. But perhaps the biggest challenge Telosa's engineers face is water management. Desert cities typically consume massive amounts of water, but Telosa plans to reduce this dramatically by using an advanced water recycling and purification system. Here's how it works simply. Wastewater from homes, offices, and industries will be collected, cleaned thoroughly using high-tech filtration systems and ultraviolet treatments, and then reused again and again within the city. This closed-loop system means Telosa can slash its water use by as much as 80% compared to traditional American cities, a game-changer in sustainability. Additionally, every building in Telosa will be designed strategically for maximum environmental efficiency. Engineers will orient buildings to provide natural shading, significantly reducing indoor temperatures. Special architectural features will funnel desert winds through city streets, creating a cooling breeze and lowering the overall need for air conditioning, even in summer temperatures regularly hitting 40 degrees Celsius or higher. Transportation in Telosa also redefines city living entirely. Fossil fuel vehicles aren't allowed, no gasoline or diesel cars anywhere. Instead, the entire transportation network relies exclusively on autonomous electric vehicles, EVs. These driverless electric cars move silently and efficiently around the city, drastically cutting traffic accidents, congestion, and pollution. Beyond autonomous EVs, Telosa will be extremely pedestrian and cyclist-friendly. The city is designed around the 15-minute city concept, meaning everything you need, your job, school, shops, healthcare, parks, is reachable within just 15 minutes by walking or cycling. Telosa engineers plan streets with clearly separated lanes, meaning pedestrians, cyclists, and autonomous vehicles never conflict, making it safer and more pleasant to travel without a car. To further enhance convenience and efficiency, Telosa's planners are also integrating advanced automated drone and aerial vehicle systems. Picture this clearly. Instead of delivery trucks causing traffic and pollution, lightweight electric drones quietly drop packages directly to your home or office rooftop. In the future, aerial taxis might even ferry residents across the city, flying above ground-level traffic. In short, the technology and engineering behind Telosa aren't just futuristic ideas. They represent practical, achievable solutions. As exciting as all this sounds, Telosa is still in its early stages. Right now, the team is scouting for locations and raising funds. They need $400 billion to complete the entire city, and so far, the initial phase for 50,000 residents alone will cost around $25 billion. Lore plans to finance Telosa through private investors, philanthropists, federal and state grants, and economic development subsidies. He's banking on Telosa's unique economic model, called Equitism, to attract funding and residents. Under Equitism, the land in Telosa is collectively owned by a community trust. When land values increase, the profits are reinvested directly into the city, funding education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Lore estimates Telosa's land could eventually be worth a staggering $1 trillion. Profits that go straight back to residents. This model has already been successfully implemented in places like Singapore, where the government owns 90% of the land and reinvests profits into public services. The first residents could move into Telosa by 2030, with the city fully developed by 2070. But there are still hurdles. Critics question if building from scratch in a remote desert is truly sustainable. Experts worry about water supply reliability, pointing out the significant challenges cities like Las Vegas already face. Yet Lore remains confident, driven by his vision of a city built not just for profit, but for people, equity, and sustainability. He wants Telosa to become a blueprint for urban planning, proving that a truly equitable and sustainable city is possible. Telosa might sound like a city straight out of science fiction, but it's rapidly becoming reality. If successful, Telosa could transform how we think about urban life, sustainability, and community. So, what do you think? Would you move to Telosa, the city of the future? Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more groundbreaking mega projects just like this.